Hi, I'm Odin, and this is How to Arc a Beginner's Guide. In this first video, I'm just going to be talking through settings and quality of life mods that I really recommend. I wanted to make this video because not everybody has the same amount of time they can spend on it. Now, the people who play official are incredible people. They have so much time and dedication to put into it. But if you're like me, you're a parent, or you have a full-time job, or you just have too many commitments that you can't commit your whole day to playing Ark, this is aimed at you because I'm going to show you what some good settings are to start off with. Now, there is no one shoe fits all when it comes to settings. It is a lot of trial and error. This is what works for me, but I do recommend it. First, I'm going to delete that. So, don't click into single player or not dedicated just yet. Go over to your game rules. You don't need to mess with your player, your creature, or your structure, but you want to go to your world settings. Now, your XP multiplier, 1 is normal. You don't even really need to increase it unless you're really struggling to get levels. But there's so many easy ways to get levels without doing that. In fact, I actually turn it to 0.5 sometimes because I find it too easy to level at the beginning. And the beginning of Ark is incredibly fun. Ark in general is just it's a really amazing and rewarding game, but it can be so punishing as well, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So, your taming speed. Now this, on official, it can take hours, literally like 12 to 24 hours to tame something big like a Giganotosaurus. I have played on a server at 3 times taming, which it's grindy but not too grindy. Like you're spending like an hour taming a herbivore with some berries, or an hour and a half. It's fine. I do 4 times on single player because I really don't have enough time. I have a job. I have a child. I don't have that much time to spend doing it. Harvest multiplier. You don't need this too OP. You get a lot. I think they increased it from as survival evolved. So I only have it on 2. I don't mess with the leveling or speed leveling here. You don't need to. What you do want to do is turn on maximum difficulty. This stops you needing to, figure out what level you are. If you put it on maximum difficulty, it forces the world into making the max level 150, and then everything should scale from level 5 to 150. But if you're seeing 8s and 12s and 6s, you've got something wrong going on, because that's not what it should be doing. It should be 5, 10, 15, and so on. Now, if you don't want to accidentally hurt your creatures, turn PvE mode on. I leave it off for nefarious reasons, for leveling later on. I don't have hardcore mode on, and I turn unlimited respecs on because you can use the mind wipe tonic to get really good saddle from the blueprints that you get. So there's that. This is all personal. You don't. I have the crosshair enabled. You don't need to really mess with it unless you really want to. Next, you want to go to your advanced. So we got PvE, PvP. I don't mess with that. The world settings. Day and night cycle is quite long for me. So 1 is normal, I believe. The lower the number, slow it down, I think. Yeah, and higher number speeds it up, hence why nighttime is at 5, because otherwise it takes ages. I have my spoil timer at 3. The higher the number, I think it's the longer it lasts. I don't mess with any of the others here. Harvest health I do 2 times, because it helps with the harvest multiplier. And then I turn this down, the respawn. Otherwise, on single player, you're going to be waiting literally hours for it to respawn. And again, not everyone has that time. Same with crop growth speed. I turn this up because you're going to be waiting hours. This isn't OP at 3. You get 1 maybe every couple of minutes. So it takes time. Same with crop decay. Like just turn it down if you don't want it. Turn it up. Yeah, turn it up. Sorry. All your interval ones. So it's how often you poop, how often you mate. Mating, I have very low. That way they can breed back to back, so you're not waiting an hour or 2 between breedings. because I just don't have time to do that. Like egg lay interval is not to do with breeding. This is the unfertilized eggs you use for kibble. So I think this is on normal. I'm not sure. It could be higher. I'm not entirely certain. The egg hatch speed determines obviously how fast your egg hatches. As you can see, it's quite fast. And then over here on mature speed, I may have to mess with this because I've been relying on Dino Depot far too much for breeding and cuddling, imprinting. So I might have to turn this slightly down compared to the cuddle interval. My cuddle interval is every 4.5 to 5 minutes, and they get 8%, which works for me. But you can increase it. I think it's 15 minutes sometimes, and I think there's something here that you can do to increase the quality of imprint you get. But you don't want to do anything stat based, so this is all normal. And then again, you don't need to do anything here. So yeah, that's good. Next, I'm going to show you those quality of life mods I was talking about. Ignore everything in here but the two I'm going to show you. So first is Dino Depot. Now, cryopods are really quite high up in the engram list. I believe, was it 40s to 60s you need to be in to get a cryopod? So this Dino Depot mod gives you the ability to get the little Pokeballs here, the little Dino balls, and all you need is a piece of crystal to make one of these balls. That's it. Now, on the island, you're not going to be able to easily find crystal unless you're really looking for it. These little boxes here is what you breed with, but you can set this to suit you. So you can require creatures to help pick eggs up, or you can just get it to pick eggs up. You customize it how you want it. The next one I highly, highly recommend is vanilla with sprinkles. Now, it's kind of a one mod does all quality of life mod. So it has all of these amazing features. I use it mostly for the pulling system, the crafting skill tonic, and it shows the stat points via your inventory, which is really handy for breeding. But if you don't want all of this, there are stack mods. I think there's one called TG stacking mod, which isn't too OP. And if you don't want that, and you want it just for the stat points, I think there is a stat point mod. I know there's a super spyglass you can get that shows stat points when you aim it at creatures. So that's really handy. So you don't have to play with mods, but I do recommend vanilla with sprinkles at the very least, or at least the pull it mod, because it gives you that pull system. So the next thing is you've set up, you've done all your arcs. Now click on your island that you want to play on, and go to mod settings, and make sure. So if there's nothing here, go over to available mods, and then you will see a little A next to the ones that are activated. And if it's not activated, say like this one, you just press activate mod, or deactivate for the ones you don't want. So this is what I will be playing with. The Summer Bash event is just a summer event via Studio Wildcard. So I really hope this helps. I'm just going to quickly load in and show you how to make sure your vanilla with sprinkles is correctly configured so you don't auto unlock engrams. I'm not going to talk through the cutscenes because they're really beautiful. We don't need that. I'm going to quickly create a character. There we go. Right. Your map. As it suggests, these are the hard zones. There's none over this side because this is incredibly hard. This is your medium, quotation marks, medium zones that are still quite hard. I personally like to spawn over here sometimes, or even over here. But anywhere along this bottom part of the map is great. So just go ahead and pick one. I think I'm going to spawn here.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember Hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach.
I'm not gonna sit through the whole thing actually, because I'm just showing you the. But yeah, just press spacebar to skip those. So I'm not gonna start the game yet. I'm gonna leave that for the first video. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm safe quickly. I don't get accosted by raptors or Dilophosauruses. No, we're good. Okay. So I'll go into inventory. Now inventory is just I for me. You can reassign all of these buttons. So to configure the vanilla with sprinkles mod is this button here. So this is your weight reduction. I have it at 25. All stack mods come with a weight reduction. This is why I like TG's stack mod, because the weight reduction isn't ridiculous. And I believe this is set to what TG's is, so stacks for 1000, etc, etc. Now, make sure this is not ticked, otherwise it will unlock all of your engrams for you. Same with the tech grams. You don't want to unlock those. I don't think any of this has changed. I'm not entirely certain. So you can disable, enable whatever you want. This is to do with the pulling system. This is the pull range. I have it slightly turned up so I can, because I like to make big bases. I like to be able to pull things from all over my base and not have to run halfway down my base just to do it. So you can disable literally anything you don't want in this. Now, Vanilla with Sprinkles comes with a modifier to help boost the levels, because on the island it is notorious for. That was a Kairuku. It's notorious for low levels, so finding 130s, 140s, 150s, 145s, 150, well, 150s, yes, it's really hard. So this helps boost it. I leave this on because, again, I don't have all the time in the world to spend on it. But you can turn it all off. It's all here. So this is how you do it. I think this is the new thing. So then you just press save, and if your engrams were on auto unlock, you're gonna have to restart to load back in. But yeah, I really hope this helps, because if I can even help one person, then that would be amazing. Um, Ark is a really good game, but it can be really hard to start off. Like I said, it's an incredibly rewarding and beautiful game, but it's also really punishing, especially for those who don't have enough time to play. So I just wanted to be able to help people, and I really hope this was informative, and yeah, just have fun. Ark is an amazing game, and everyone should experience Ark, no matter how much time they have. And that is why Wildcard gave you all these settings to play with. Just because you have to turn taming up or stuff like that doesn't mean you're not a real Ark player, and ignore people who say that in the community. Ark isn't a game that everyone should be able to experience, not just people who spend all day on it. So please, have fun, and I will see you in the next video, and I will start a Let's Play.
Hey.
Bye!